Hello and welcome back to the Small Chatter podcast where I'm joined here with Ryan.
And I'm here joined with Tom. Today we are talking about
So, what do you think of what's going on in America with the politics right now?
pretty stupid if you ask me.
Do you believe the election was stolen from Donald Trump?
Yes, if you look at the graph, all of a sudden Biden shot up.
Yeah. Suspiciously after they stopped counting for the night and come back the next day.
Is that well? They did say like on Tuesday, all the votes until Tuesday was all for Biden.
Yeah. And
So
the media have gone from the only way there's fraud is if Donald Trump does it to there's no fraud at all to okay, there may be a little bit of fraud.
there's a lot of fraud.
And why wouldn't they let the poll watchers in to look at it if they had nothing to hide?
Well, Trump's still gonna win. Let's be real. They've got
Well,
90 witnesses.
yeah, let's hope.
MAGA 2020.
Let's hope they'll win, Ryan, because it's not going to mean good things for the UK if Biden gets
Why
in.
not? Of
And
course
one
not.
thing we've got to remind everyone is, it might change when this goes out, but the one thing we've got to remind everyone is, the media does not, the media does not tell you who the election winner is, the states do, and the states haven't certified yet.
How about Fox News? What's happening with Fox News then?
Fox News,
Yeah.
they've always been for Trump and they've always been conservative media. Then all of a sudden, there's like calling states what was nowhere near ready to call, like Arizona saying it's for Biden, even though there was that small difference in it that they couldn't have called it for Biden.
Well, couldn't they have a recount?
No, but Fox News was saying that
Oh.
before, like this was on the first day of the election. I'm pretty sure.
What, first day? How did they count that fast?
Exactly. There's only like 15 or 50% of the votes counted, and they said it was for Biden. Which a lot of
Yeah.
conservatives have got angry at that.
Well, you would be. 'Cause I
Yeah.
am.
And the thing is, why would they do that? Even though even CNN didn't do it and they're a left news channel, they didn't do it.
True.
So why did it have to be Fox who did it? You know what I mean?
Well, it's because they want Biden.
Yeah.
Because everyone is trying to kick out Trump saying how bad he is.
Ask someone why they're for Biden and what did he do with Obama in their administration. They won't be able to say anything. But if you ask me what Trump's done for America, I'll be able to tell you a long list.
No, the thing that annoys me, all they can say is that Trump is a racist or a sexist, nothing else.
Yeah.
Or a womanizer.
And they don't have subsequential proof of that.
Yeah.
So what are they chatting?
There's a video going around about Biden touching people.
Well, yeah, he can't help but get his hands around a girl, no matter the age.
So he said like, "Oh, leave me and Jesse like together or something." Look
And you can
stupid.
see they're all uncomfortable when he touches them.
Oh, you would be.
This is nothing new. He's always done this.
Let's be real. You would be.
Yeah, who wouldn't be?
An old
Some
man.
creepy old man touching you,
A 77-year-old man touching you.
who may or may not have dementia.
He does.
Well, he doesn't know who he is some days. He
Exactly.
doesn't even know his campaign plan. What I think is going to happen is they're going to get in. There's going to be about 5 months of Joe Biden, and then somehow
they'll
Joe
say how bad
Biden's
he is.
going to die, and then his vice president gets in. He's more far left than Bernie Sanders.
Is it weird to say that I want Biden to be in a way so then they can see how they've put themselves in?
Yeah, they can see how bad socialism is. And before everyone comments on this video, oh, socialism isn't that bad. Why don't you ask people who have been in socialist countries and they don't want to go back to that? All the Cuban Americans voted for Trump. I wonder why. If socialism was some wonderful thing, don't you think they would have said, yes, I want socialism in America?
We're gonna get loads of hate.
I don't care. It's the truth.
True.
Go ask all Eastern Europe how they felt under the communist regime.
I'll say how good it is
How East
when they was
Berlin
in it.
kept trying to escape to West Berlin because of how terrible it was in East.
They'll say how good it is when they was in the rules, but when they got out of it, they'll say how bad it is.
Yeah, they're forced to say how good it is.
Yeah.
And a lot of them were trying to escape.
Woohoo.
The one country they use, I can't remember which one it is, but it's good for that country, yes, but their country is very different to America.
What country's that?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
Oh.
But
China's communist, isn't it?
yeah, China is communist. It was installed by the Soviet Union after World War II,
And they've kept with the rules.
and they've stayed communist ever since.
I don't know how I'll be able to cope. Well, if you was brought up with it,
It's
so
not
you'll
about the
think it's
people.
normal.
It's not about the
Exactly.
people.
You'll think it's normal if you was brought up with
In
it.
China, they have social credit, which means if you think of something and disagree with something that they don't like, they literally make it so you can't buy a house or anything.
It's awful.
And anyone who doesn't believe like communist ways and stuff, Christians, Muslims, whatever, they all go to the concentration camps, what they call re-education centres. If that's
I
what
don't
you
know
want
why.
for America, go for it.
I don't know why. All I could have thought about then was the gulag.
That's basically what
Gulag.
it is.
Oh yeah.
It is the gulag.
Good old Joseph Stalin.
Exactly. He's the one who installed it in the Chinese government with Mao.
See, I don't know none about this shit, but you're the man.
It's a good job we didn't get Bernie Sanders.
Well, was it?
Because Bernie Sanders, when the Soviet Union was still around, he went there and said how good of a place it was.
All done because he's far left.
Yeah. He admired the
Wasn't
Soviet Union. And nobody talks about Joe Biden's son taking money from Moscow and all these different places on Air Force One.
No.
And before you say it's all fake, the son's partner said it. The son's partner said it. He's like, of course, Joe Biden knew about the money was taken from these countries, but they don't talk about it.
I
And
just
how
want to get Trump out of power, that's why.
yeah, they want to get out the guy who's done a lot for their country.
Yeah.
And guess what, guys? Before you say, oh, nobody likes Trump, Trump increased in the Latino votes, Trump increased in the black votes, Trump increased in the Asian votes. So yes, the minorities do like Trump. Back to COVID-19 then, Ryan. What do you think of COVID?
Man-made. Made in a lab.
It is possible.
No, I think they've made it in a lab, injected it in a bat, and then
During a
thrown at the
pangolin.
bat, and then they got it.
During a pangolin. It's put in a
Bat.
pangolin.
There's this new creature that have a new strand of DNA of COVID, and it could restart all our research and shit.
That'll be a bit of a new. It is
So,
China's fault for it spreading as much as it has, for not telling anyone. Because they didn't tell anyone for ages. And if Trump's out, they've lost the one guy who will take China to that. Because Joe Biden won't.
of course he won't.
Joe Biden said such things like, China is amazing, we want them to rise.
the fuck?
He wanted China to overtake America in the economy,
Well then, the economy's fucked then.
which in turn would lose Americans' jobs.
Well, oof.
Anyway, we've still got to talk about COVID. We're going off on a tangent there.
Just a bit.
Yeah,
As you can tell, I don't know what to say.
yeah. Come on, continue to talk about COVID.
Well, what is it to say about COVID?
What do you think that we're in the second lockdown?
Well, we said it was going to happen and it did.
I really don't want. Well, it's happened, but I really didn't want it to happen.
In a way, I'm a bit of both. I'm glad it happened, but in a way, I wish it never.
I say that because who do you think wins when we go into lockdown?
What do you mean by
is it
that?
the small corporations or is it the big, massive ones?
These big ones,
Exactly. And what happens to the small ones?
they go out of business.
Exactly. And what happens to every person trying to work?
They go furloughed.
Yes. That is dangerous for the economy and dangerous for the people.
They'll pay for us to eat out again soon.
Yeah. But the thing is, we can't keep going into these lockdowns. Yes, we've got a cure,
Wow, how do you know that's 100% no?
but that's what I mean. It's not 100%, but we've got one
Exactly.
on the way. And it's going to take years for it to get to get given
Disputed.
out. It's going to take ages for it to get given out. So, like Trump said, and everyone criticised Trump for this, inject yourself with disinfectant. We need to live with this virus.
Oh yeah? It's going to be the new normal.
The only way we can live with this virus isn't by locking everything down and opening everything up again, because that's a disaster. We have to keep everything open. Because as
It's
we've
going to be the
seen,
new.
the only thing what locking down the country achieves is to kill the economy. It doesn't stop the COVID.
That's true.
And we've got to be especially careful because we're in the colder months now, and it's a virus.
Cold, is that they spread more better in cold weather?
Yeah.
So we are pretty oofed.
Mega roofed.
Well, it's already on like 25,000 per month or something, like per
Yeah.
day.
Per day. Yeah. It's a scary thing. But the thing is, most people don't die unless they're old. As well.
Old or like really got a bad condition.
Yeah. I've got to be careful because of my grandparents.
Well, yeah,
But
that's what you don't go out for.
I really get annoyed at the people who are like, oh, I don't need to wear a mask, I've got anxiety. I don't need to wear a mask, I've
Oh,
got
there's a
asthma.
person in my college who does that. It says, "Oh, I have anxiety." How's
Literally.
that gonna?
Why
How's
do
that
they?
gonna?
Go on.
How's that going to affect your anxiety? Yeah, I have anxiety. Doesn't mean nothing. I still wear a fucking mask.
You're literally being a selfish prick.
Yes, that is true.
Because, my social life and what I want to do is more important than everyone else.
They think the world rolls around them.
Yeah. It's called main character syndrome. Which we've all got a bit of.
Well,
We do. Everyone thinks of the main character, don't they?
well, obviously, because you already see it from your perspective.
Exactly. But some people take that to the extreme. And, like, you've no offence. Like, when you say something like a joke, you need to make sure everyone finds it funny. Otherwise, it's going to be a disaster.
Yeah, because although if no one laughs in it, it look awkward.
Yeah.
I
It's
think.
also the thing where you think you've made the smallest mistake and everyone can see that you've made that mistake.
Yeah.
That is called main character syndrome.
Really?
Yes, I'll look it up after this. Anyway,
Oh,
what games you into at the moment?
well, I've not really been playing no games really. The only game I've been playing again is Spider-Man, and that's about it.
Oh,
And WWE 2K15
fair enough.
on my old PlayStation 3.
All I'm gonna say is the new Xbox. There was right when you said once you get it, you won't go back. Everything's like super fast and it's amazing.
Well, obviously,
It's
because
literally
the processor.
I couldn't go back.
I want you to go back now to see.
I couldn't. I literally couldn't.
GTA loads in like a matter of seconds for you.
I don't know yet. We'll find
It
out
does.
later.
It downloads like in 2 seconds or so.
It don't
After it
download
does
in
that,
2 seconds.
well, loads.
I,
Like after it's in the
I hope
police
it does.
sirens. After it's in
That'd
the
be pretty
police
sweet.
sirens, that's it.
Why have you seen videos?
Yes.
Okay,
After the police sirens, like and that's it. It's
fair
like
enough.
amazing.
And by the way, while you're listening in the middle of the podcast, you might as well check out our channels.
Are we gonna say our channels or am I gonna say your channel? You're gonna say mine.
Mine's BigShnozRyan, obviously it pops up on the screen what you can see.
And yours is YEETADAB.
On my channel, I'm doing a let's play on Assassin's Creed currently, which I think is an amazing game.
You would say that.
It
I've
is.
only played one Assassin's Creed though.
Well, it's changed since you've played it. It's more of an RPG now.
What was Black Flag then?
That was more of like a linear game. This is like an
Oh.
open world game.
I prefer more open world games than linear
But
or
yeah,
whatever you think.
you're trying to figure out what to do for your channel, ain't you?
Oh, yeah. I want to make
You could
content, but I
record
don't know
GTA.
what. What, getting my level up or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, but how would I record that shit? And I don't think it would
fair
get
enough.
much views.
Fair enough. You could try
Because it's
that.
like a fairly old game.
Yeah. Right, I'm just referring
What
back to my notes. For some reason, I've got number 4 Jimmy.
What?
I've got number 4 Jimmy for our fourth topic. The,
I've only got US politics, China, COVID-19, gaming, Xbox, PlayStation. That's it.
I got Jimmy.
Fair enough.
What was Jimmy about?
I hope it's not the Jimmy I'm thinking of.
Who knows? We could talk about that, actually.
Well, we could or can't.
We could.
Well, how? It's a weird subject to talk about.
Wow. Do you think Jeffrey Epstein killed himself?
No, he did not. He
Oh,
got killed
exactly, I think the same. I
because
don't know
all
who
of a
killed him.
sudden it was like 24/7 like camera and that shit. But then, oh, well, surprised there's no more camera evidence.
And the thing is, the marks around his neck don't match what apparently he hung himself with.
Hmm.
And he's a tall dude. He's a tall dude. And he wouldn't have been able to hang himself from that bed.
Should we see how tall he was?
He's like 6 foot something.
He was. Oh, unload. Right there. His net worth is Jesus.
Didn't you know he's rich?
Yeah, I know he's rich, but his net worth is like nearly half a trillion.
Yep.
Billion, sorry.
Yep.
Doesn't say his height though.
He's 6 foot something. That's all I know. He's too tall to hang himself from his bed. That's all you need to know. And the bone what broke would imply that he was forced backwards and not forwards as well. Because if you hang yourself, you're forwards, ain't you?
Where?
But a bone broke what only breaks if it's extensive force backwards. Which is suspicious. And this is what a doctor said, but nobody talked about it.
6 foot exactly.
Oh, I knew 6 foot something.
I'm only an inch taller than him.
Haha. An inch makes all the difference. Haha. Ryan,
Yeah.
I'm 6 foot and 5 inches. That's 2 different measurements.
The 5 inches is his dick. He's only 6 foot normally.
No, it's 6 foot. I'm 5 inches.
Oh, that's one big schlong.
Yes, it is. I'm not that famous guy.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just picturing him. Where all the girls come up and touch him.
What's that person, you know, when he smiles, his like lip goes on his top lip?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm just picturing him.
I'm not good with
Everyone,
names.
do you know who Longneck is?
I know who Schlongneck is, yes.
It's, he's weird, you know.
I mean, look at him, he's already weird.
Yeah, no, but still. I don't know why I was about to sing a bit of a rap then.
Do not sing a rap unless it's a rap what's non-copyright.
Exactly, I was about to sing a song that's not
Why don't you sing a
copyright.
rap what's non-copyright, Ryan?
I was about to, but I was about to say, man, I'm popping. I'll be good to the store and I'll be topping.
Oh
But
no,
I'll stop
that
myself.
sounds good. Whose rap is that?
Oh, it's the one I made myself.
Oh,
I know.
is it gonna feature on the BigShnozRyan channel?
Yeah, soon.
For some reason, I always think of new rap bars. When I can't sleep at night, I'm just lying there in bed thinking of bars.
You're thinking about that and all of. I don't even know what I think about if I'm being honest.
You think about girls.
I'm boring.
You think about girls.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Watch password. They won't get that joke.
Is that like.
It's okay. You never will.
You never will, kids.
You never get that password.
It's an running joke we have.
Yeah. Watch password, Ryan. You know that's only going to be funny to us.
Yeah, 'cause we're the only one. We're the only one that understands it.
Yep.
No one else in the whole world will.
Do you want to talk about... Well, let's not say any names, but do you want to talk about this annoying person who always messages us?
Well, I don't know how we can say it without mentioning names.
It is call me now.
Also, Instagram.
And that's literally all you need to know. Call me now. If you follow this girl, be careful.
This is where she watches the podcast.
You just gotta be
Well,
careful. She's gonna call you all day and all night.
and she's gonna get a friend that has a gun.
Yeah.
Pew pew pew.
And then she's gonna rat on that friend.
Exactly, and then she denies it, saying, "Oh, I was lying.
I was lying.
I
This
was
person
lying."
does have special needs, so. But fuck
Yes.
you. We can say what we want. We went to special school.
Rah?
What's wrong?
So, Jake liked my cousin's post.
Who, sorry?
Jake,
Jake.
wanna be big man?
Jake Pierce.
Yeah.
You know what? Shout out to Jake Pierce for being an utter legend. Liking Ryan's cousin's posts.
So weird though.
Of course, it's weird. You do know who you're talking about, don't you?
Yes.
You're talking about Jake Pierce.
Let's just say he used to. Well, he probably still does. He plays with kids. I mean,
Yep.
what? Not in that way. Not in that way. But you know, like on the PlayStation.
It's too late to go back now, Ryan. You said he
Well, he
plays
probably
with
does.
kids. You
He
literally
probably
can't
does.
go back from that. Like, Ben Jennings
Yes, we was on call with him,
with Ben
and
Jennings.
he wasn't like looking at these things, and he wasn't like saying, "Oh, they're decent looking." But when I sent the pictures, he was laughing and blushing.
And it was a little kid.
It was like a 1-year-old.
Literally Joe Biden.
To be fair, he's probably Joe Biden is better looking than him. Not trying to sound weird.
That's a hard one. Joe
Not
Biden's
really.
pretty uckers.
Yes, he is.
He's also got bad policies.
Question though, do you think Ben's beard does that suit him?
No, not at all. It's like a neck beard.
Is that okay? I wasn't the only one, so I was thinking the same. Like, it does not look
It's
for
a
me.
neck beard. It's literally got no mustache and just a neck beard.
A bit like someone else I know.
What? Lucasa.
Yeah,
Lucasa. Lucissa.
pretty Easterson.
Oh.
Casa la pussy.
It sounded like you went Lucasa the pussy.
What did you say?
It sounded like you went Lucasa the pussy then.
Didn't mean it like that.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're not
Uh,
saying what's on your mind?
what would that be on my mind?
I don't know. Well, wouldn't it be on your mind you're a teenage boy?
I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby.
Shh! We don't want to get copyrighted.
Well, they wouldn't with my voice.
Yes, they would. They're sad like that.
Well, I don't think people watch this apart from my family members.
Excuse me, Ryan. We're going to grow this from the ground up.
Exactly.
And you better get your head back into gear.
Get your head in the game.
Please stop. I don't want the cursed UMG to start copyrighting us.
It won't happen.
They will.
It won't.
They've got bots that check every video.
They won't. We'll be fine.
Hey, if we get copyrighted, it's only our money what's gone.
Exactly.
You shafter. Yeah, you're a shafter. What you gonna
Reds
do
aren't
about it?
the best. Your burgers aren't the best.
What aren't the best?
Your burgers aren't the best.
What you said about my burgers, huh? Huh? How dare you? You know I work hard on those burgers.
You gotta eat the burger.
Right, this is a good time to end it, Ryan.
Why?
Because we've done half an hour and we better stop before we run out of things to say.
True.
Thank you for watching the Small Chatter podcast.
And remember, subscribe and like.
And ding dong that notification bell.
And remember, it's BigShnozRyan here.
And Tom right here, suck your mom.
Guys.